You are not distracted because you lack willpower. You are invaded because your attention lacks sovereignty, and that invasion costs you months of progress, stalled launches, and opportunities that never arrive. The Attention Sovereignty Protocol is a practicable neuroscience-rooted system that installs personal governance over attention by aligning context, physiology, and reward into a single repeatable loop. In the first 90 seconds, you will change your autonomic set point. In 5 minutes, you will create an immutable work boundary. And within 1 week, you will see measurable increases in focused minutes and completed outcomes. Diagnose the sovereignty leak in 10 seconds with 3 yes or no signals. Can you start a task and not check your phone for 30 minutes? Do you end your workday with at least one finished deliverable? And do interruptions typically cause you to restart instead of resume where you left off? If any answer is no, your attention is being governed by external novelty rather than your own strategic priorities. The mechanism is simple and evidence-based. The brain encodes context in the hippocampus, signals value through phasic dopamine bursts, and schedules behavior via prefrontal circuits. Uncontrolled external stimuli produce prediction errors and reassign value from long-term tasks to immediate salient inputs. The protocol reduces prediction errors by making context deterministic, reassigns dopamine via scheduled micro-rewards, and trains the prefrontal scheduler with predictable resumption rituals. Install the protocol now. Step 1. Establish a sovereign perimeter. Trigger: before any high-leverage work session. Action: declare a physical and temporal perimeter that you treat as legally binding for your attention. Clear the workspace to 3 permitted items: the single task note with 1 sentence describing the outcome, a pen, and a water bottle. Turn off visible badges on devices and place your phone face down in a location outside arm's reach. Set a timer for the session length you will commit to, and place an obvious physical marker on your desk. For example, a folded card that reads your mission. Why this works: physical reduction of affordances minimizes peripheral sensory inputs, and outward physical markers create a memory anchor that the hippocampus uses to bind environment to action. Success cue: your hands find only 3 items and you do not reach for your phone for the first 5 minutes. Do this now. Clear your workspace to 3 items, set a timer for your session, and place a mission card on your desk for 5 minutes to create a sovereign physical perimeter. Step 2. Execute the 2-minute autonomic reset. Trigger: immediately after establishing the sovereign perimeter. Action: perform a 2-minute breathing sequence designed to lower sympathetic tone and raise parasympathetic balance. Sit upright, breathe out for 6 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, inhale for 6 seconds, repeat once. Then, press the pads of your thumbs together for 3 seconds and exhale sharply once to create a sensory timestamp. Why this works: controlled breathing modulates vagal tone and lowers noise in the limbic system, while a tactile timestamp creates a discrete boundary that the hippocampus encodes as the session starts. Success cue: your breathing rate feels calmer and your initial urge to check notifications subsides. Do this now. Perform the 2-minute breathing reset and a 3-second sensory timestamp for 2 minutes to shift autonomic state and mark a fresh cognitive epoch. Step 3. Seal the digital sovereign lock. Trigger: after the autonomic reset. Action: close all browser tabs except the single resource needed for the task and rename that tab or file to the exact 1-sentence mission, so the window title reads your goal. Enable system-wide focus mode and remove notification badges. Use a site or app blocker to prevent access to high-novelty apps for the session duration. If you share devices, log into a separate profile that has only work tools enabled. Why this works: reducing available novelty reduces prediction error opportunities and restores prefrontal scheduling power. Success cue: your screen shows 1 labeled tab and no notification badges. Do this now. Close tabs to 1, enable focus mode, and label the single resource with your mission for 3 minutes to create a digital lock that routes attention to 1 objective. Step 4. Implement the resumption sovereignty ritual. Trigger: immediately after any interruption or when the session resumes after a pause. Action: perform a strict 30-second resumption ritual. First, take 1 full exhale and 2 deep inhales. Second, read aloud your single-sentence mission. Third, tap your desk twice and begin typing or acting without opening other apps. If an interruption required a response, acknowledge with a 1-line message and then perform the ritual before resuming. Why this works: a short ritual re-engages prefrontal control, reduces effective carryover from interruptions, and preserves the original reward prediction associated with task completion. Success cue: you resume work within 30 seconds and continue on task without tab or app switching. Do this now. Practice the 30-second resumption ritual once for 30 seconds to train immediate restarts that preserve momentum. Step 5. Contour reward with micro and macro pulses. Trigger. At fixed checkpoints inside the session and after chaining sessions. Action. Divide each session into 2 to 3 checkpoints depending on session length. Plan and schedule a 30 to 90-second micro reward that you will take only after completing the final checkpoint in the session. Chain 3 sessions to earn a macro reward of 10 to 20 minutes of active agency, such as a short walk or a favorite focused break. Make rewards sensory but non-novel to avoid creating new distraction loops. Why this works. Predictable reward scheduling shifts dopamine expectation from unpredictable novelty to predictable completion-based reinforcement. Success cue. You take only the micro reward after a session and accept the macro reward only after chaining sessions. Do this now. Set 2 checkpoints in your session and plan a 30 to 90-second micro reward to claim after completion for 5 minutes to rewire dopamine timing toward completion. 2 stress tests and survival rules. Stress test 1. Urgent external escalation from a teammate. Survival rule. Apply the triage script immediately. Is this life safety critical? Will this cause immediate financial loss, or does it block multiple stakeholders now? If none apply, defer and log. If one applies, acknowledge in 1 line and use a 10-minute emergency slot, then run the 30-second resumption ritual. Why this works? Triage removes emotional escalation, and the emergency slot contains the disruption rather than allowing open-ended consumption. Do this now. Memorize the triage script and create a 10-minute emergency slot template for 5 minutes to handle true escalations cleanly. Stress test 2. Internal novelty and urge cascades. Survival rule. Label the urge aloud as novelty. Write a single-line sticky note describing the idea, place it face down, and continue work. Read the note only at your next scheduled checkpoint. This externalization reduces working memory load and the urge's immediate power. Why this works? Labeling engages prefrontal networks and writing offloads the memory trace that feeds the urge. Do this now. When the next urge arrives, write it on a sticky note and continue for 60 seconds to diffuse internal distraction. Measurement, scoring, and adaptive scaling. Use a simple sovereignty scorecard each day. Log 1 line per work session with 4 fields. Blocks vertical bar, minutes vertical bar, resumption rate vertical bar, focus score. For example, 2 vertical bar, 120 vertical bar, 92% vertical bar, 4.3. Resumption rate equals percentage of interruptions resumed within 30 seconds. Focus score is your subjective 1 to 5 rating of perceived flow. Review weekly and aim to increase total focused minutes by 15% or raise resumption rate above 90% within 2 weeks. If growth stalls, tighten the physical or digital perimeter before increasing session length. Maintain and compress for busy days. The 30-second compressed sovereignty ritual for urgent windows is: exhale fully once, state 1 exact mission aloud, enable focus mode and start a 25-minute timer. That 30-second ritual recreates context cues quickly while preserving sovereignty. Do this now. Perform the 30-second compressed ritual at your next small break for 30 seconds to trigger reliable focus on limited time. Practical experiments to run this week. Experiment 1. Choose your most important deliverable and run 3 sovereignty sessions across 2 days, logging blocks vertical bar, minutes vertical bar, resumption rate vertical bar, focus score. Compare cumulative minutes and completion rate to your prior baseline. Experiment 2. Apply the compressed ritual at the start of 1 recurring meeting and measure time to decision versus prior iterations. Use results to decide whether to scale the ritual to the whole team. Neuroscience explained plainly. Predictable context reduces hippocampal prediction errors. Controlled breathing lowers amygdala-driven noise through vagal modulation. Rituals recruit prefrontal networks to re-establish goal direction. Scheduled rewards shift phasic dopamine from unpredictable novelty to completion-based reinforcement. These 3 elements together reinstall your brain's default to long-term prioritized action rather than short-term salience. Final tactical checklist you can execute now. Clear your workspace to 3 items, set a mission card and a timer, perform the 2-minute autonomic reset, close tabs to a single labeled resource and enable focus mode. Then start your session with the expectation of 2 checkpoints and a micro reward. Use the 30-second resumption ritual after any interruption and log blocks vertical bar, minutes vertical bar, resumption rate vertical bar, focus score at the end of the session. Do this now. Run a full sovereignty session and log results for 60 minutes to convert scattered time into productive, repeatable output. Long-term advantage in CTA. The Attention Sovereignty Protocol converts attention from a fragile, reactive commodity into a governed asset that compounds over days and months. When you make your attention sovereign, projects finish, opportunities compound, and your career accelerates on predictable rails. Subscribe to Success Code to expand this arsenal with structural protocols that secure motivation, social coordination, and learning velocity. Because establishing sovereignty over your attention is the strategic move that protects everything that matters.